Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rafey Aleem with Realtors Café on Voice of Toronto, and I hope everybody is doing just fine. And we look forward, as always, to hear from you, your feedback on any real estate matters. जैसे आपको पता है हमारा शो revolves around real estate. So आपकी कोई भी journey है, कोई भी story है, feel free to share with us at 647-835-7768. That's a direct line for Realtors Cafe. And you can share some, anything that's going on in real estate with you, whether it's a real estate issue or it's a real estate opportunity, or you just want to do a consultation, or any financing help that you need where we can guide you in the right direction. If you need any sort of staging done for your house, or any renos to be done because you're putting your house on sale, just give us a call and we'll be more than happy to help you. And same thing goes for real estate agents as well. Obviously, we work under the banner of RAF Real Estate Group. So this is a brokerage individually owned and operated. So if any agents are looking to grow their business and do well in 2025, or want to learn about pre-construction, how to get into it, or just want to improve your business skills in real estate, just give us a call. We'll be more than happy to sit down with you and see what we can do for you. So today we're going to talk about some complex issues, some things that can potentially come up in real estate transactions, and just few things that you should be careful of when you are doing a real estate transaction. So first things first, I want to highlight that a lot of the times the buyers, they make this mistake where they think if they are putting an offer and it's not a conditional offer, it's a firm offer, and they have not given their deposit, but they have signed the agreement. If they have signed the agreement, they are legally bound and bounded by the paperwork, and they have to follow through with the deal. काफ़ी दफ़ा हमने देखा लोग, they reach out to us, or just happened very recently, जिसमें one of my clients, sister and brother-in-law, they ended up, signing, and this was actually on the seller side. So buyers and sellers, they both have to be careful. But on the seller side, they went ahead and they were selling a house, and they signed the paperwork, and then they realized the next morning that we have a second mortgage on the house, and we didn't even factor that in. And after that, in fact, we have to pay money out of our pocket to close this house. थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स है ये समझना. So for example, अगर आपने घर बाय किया 800,000 का, और आपकी मॉर्गेज उसके ऊपर है 700,000 की, बट आपकी सेकंड मॉर्गेज है $100,000 की, जो आपकी मॉर्गेज को लेके चला जाता है 800,000 पे. They didn't realize that, और उन्होंने फॉर एग्जांपल घर को क्लोज या सेल कर दिया 720 पे. तो when they sold it at 720, obviously उनकी जो फर्स्ट मॉर्गेज है वो तो पे ऑफ हो जाएगी, पर जो सेकंड मॉर्गेज के 100K है फॉर एग्जांपल, वो पे ऑफ करने के लिए जो डेल्टा है, they have to pay out of pocket. So they didn't realize that, and they were not guided properly by their real estate agent, and that creates a big issue for the sellers, because they may have thought that if they have signed the deal but they have not collected the deposit, that means they can still back out of the deal. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and that's the reason why we always suggest that you get in touch with the right kind of expert that can help you with your real estate matters, and always go ahead and get yourself a good lawyer. There's a good lawyer, this can help you ease off some of the pains that you might come across in your buying and selling purchase experience, and you can mitigate that by getting informed by a lawyer. काफ़ी दफ़ा लोग हमें ये भी बताते हैं कि 50-60 पेज डॉक्यूमेंट है प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन का, और उसको जी कौन पढ़ता है, उसको तो पढ़ने का टाइम भी नहीं होता, اور اس میں جو لینگویج ہے وہ ہمیں سمجھ بھی نہیں آتی. تو ہم کبھی پڑھتے نہیں ہیں, ہم جو ریگولر چیزیں جیسے پرچیز پرائس ہے, the deposit information, just the basic information they go through, but they never really read the actual document. اور وہ ڈاکیومنٹ کو نہ پڑھنے کی یہ جو کہتے ہیں آپ کو پینلٹی ہو سکتی ہے کہ you get yourself into a contract which is not a good contract for you, and some of the terms are not favorable to you, and because of that now you are struggling to maybe close the house, or to maybe there's some stipulations, so you may not be able to assign it. So these are the things that obviously the real estate agent shall tell you, but it's a lawyer that is the best person to review those 50-60 pages of documents and tell you more about it. And people are always advised کہ آپ اپنا lawyer کریں, and the review process of a deal is not costly. It's just a few $100 میں وہ lawyer آپ کو ریویو کر کے دے سکتا ہے ڈاکیومنٹ. But the thing is کہ ہم نے دیکھا ہے کہ کافی دفعہ clients they want to spend $700,000-800,000 $1 million, اور $1 million بھی spend کرنے کے بعد they don't want to spend a few hundreds of dollars to review and get the document reviewed, and that can lead to a lot of complications. So my advice is always do your due diligence first. Make sure what is in the agreement, what you're signing for, because that can have some complications, some stress on yourself. And کافی لوگوں کی یہ financial جیسے کہتے ہیں life savings ہوتی ہیں, and اس کو جو ہے mitigate کرنے کے لیے, اس کو save کرنے کے لیے you should be very very due diligent and careful when you're signing up the agreement. تو یہ ایک سینیریو ہمیں ابھی ریسنٹلی دیکھنے کو ملا, تو ان کو میں نے یہ ایڈوائز کیا کہ ڈیفینیٹلی there is something called a mutual release, and you can get in touch with the buyer and see if they're open to a mutual release. تو اگر اس صورتحال میں آپ نے ڈیل سائن کر دیا ہے اور وہ ایکسیپٹ ہو چکی ہے آلریڈی, so one way of getting out of that, which is probably somewhat an easier way to get out of that, is talk to the buyer and tell him, hey, look, we didn't understand, we didn't look at our numbers properly, and we made a hasty decision, and we would like to get a mutual release, and get a mutual release so that they can release you for any damages and liabilities that you could potentially incur as a seller. کیونکہ ظاہر سی بات ہے آپ نے تو گھر ان کو بیچ دیا ہے, اب چاہے وہ کلوزنگ اگر 2 مہینے کے بعد بھی ہو, اور اگر آپ اپنی جو ایز اے سیلر جو ڈیوٹیز ہیں اس کو فلفل نہیں کر رہے, تو ڈیفینیٹلی اس کے لیے you will get penalized for it, and for whatever reason if you're not able to close this transaction, تو اس میں آپ کو ظاہر سی بات ہے کافی لیگل implications ہو سکتی ہیں. تو اگر آپ اس سے میوچل ریلیز مانگتے ہیں باہر سے اور وہ آپ کو دے دیتا ہے by some terms and conditions, sometimes maybe no terms and conditions, sometimes maybe a little terms and conditions, ہو سکتا ہے وہ آپ کے لیے better ہو to just accept those terms and conditions and let do a mutual release, and let the buyer walk away, rather than actually going ahead and then trying to close and not being able to close. And that could open you up for a lot of serious legal complications, which I don't hope falls onto anybody, because it is a financial burden, it is an emotional burden, it's a very stressful time, and I don't wish that time on anybody. تو یہ والی چیز جو ہے کہتے ہیں ہم سب کو بتاتے ہیں, اینڈ آپ کو ہمیشہ اویئر رہنا چاہیے, اینڈ جو بھی آپ چیز کرنے لگیں اس سے پہلے جو ہے نا you can get in touch with the right expert that can guide you in the right direction. Second thing is taking this further, obviously pre-construction market was very very high in 2021, early parts of 2022, اور اس میں ہمارے काफ़ी the people, our clients, काफ़ी लोगों ने मतलब घर बुक कराए, और हमें सुनने को मिलता है from different people that हमने घर बुक कराए and eventually the market has come down now. तो अब मार्केट अगर नीचे आ जाती है तो उसके लिए you have a few options. तो first thing obviously you should get an appraisal done, and appraisal से आपको पता चलेगा कि आज की मार्केट में उस प्रॉपर्टी की वैल्यू क्या है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल आपने घर बुक कराया और उसकी वैल्यू थी $800,000 और उसकी अप्रेजल आई है लेट्स से $750,000. So, as an option, you can go back to the builder and say, hey, look, the appraisal is lower, and, I would hope and see if you can help me out by covering the difference of, what you sold me the property for to what the appraisal is coming to. Obviously, there's no guarantee that the builder will go ahead and do that, क्योंकि builder ने तो एक दफ़ा आपको जो document sign करके दे दिया, उस पे आपकी भी signature है, उस पे builder की भी signature है, तो वो आपका contract हो गया. तो वो आप जो कहते हैं उसमें मतलब जो कहते हैं अगर दोनों पार्टीज चाहें ही तो कुछ अमेंड हो सकता है, अदरवाइज दैट्स गोना स्टे द सेम. तो उस सूरत हाल में ये होता है कि अगर आपकी जो रिलेशनशिप है which is good with the builder, then you can go ahead and maybe talk about these things जिससे आपको थोड़ा सा रिलीफ मिल सकता है. Obviously there's no guarantee कि builder आपको help out करे, but there might be a case where maybe you're not in a position to close because the appraisal came lower, और उसकी वजह से जो है builder शायद आपको help out कर दे. Just because उसको भी अपना जो यूनिट है उसको क्लोज करना है और वो चाहता है कि आप उस यूनिट पे डिफॉल्ट ना करें, तो maybe he'll give you some sort of relief by helping you with bringing the gap closer or giving you some credit at the time of closing, जिससे you're able to close the property. तो ये कुछ चीज़ें हैं जिसमें जो कहते हैं some people are obviously facing, and obviously make sure that you explore all your options and find out what you're possibly able to do, जिसकी वजह से that can help you protect yourself. So this is what we talked about in the first part of our show, and we'll go on a short break and then we'll come up with a new topic on the other side of the show.
फ्लेम का मजा है खास, लजीज खाने और जायका लाजवाब, चिकन टिक्का कबाब या बिरयानी, यहाँ मिले मजे की कहानी. आइए खाएं दिल भर के, लोहारी फ्लेम है सबके लिए. जायकों का घर, खुशबू का नाम, लोहारी फ्लेम लाजवाब नाम. लोहारी फ्लेम, जहाँ जायके जीते दिल.
Come to Lahori Flame and enjoy हलवा पूरी, नेहारी पाए, लच्छा पराठा, आलू पराठा और मूली पराठा. और सिर्फ ये नहीं, enjoy our family barbecue platter, लाहौरी चाय, कश्मीरी चाय, चिकन कढ़ाई, मटन कोन्ना और हमारे सबसे मशहूर गोलगप्पे. Visit us at 4700 Ridgeway Drive, Unit 68, Mississauga. Call 905-607-0202.
लाहौरी फ्लेम, जहाँ जायके जीते दिल.
My mission?
My mission is to advance the UN's climate goals,
to create global links through game design,
To use technology as a universal language.
Manzur Pervez phone for 162309366.
Muslim Welfare Canada has made a concerted effort to lead the fight against child labour, poverty and illiteracy in third world countries through the generous support of our donors. Both girls and boys receive free, good quality education. Help educate a needy child for just $1 a day or $30 per month. Donate generously. Call 1-866-754-3111 or visit mwcanada.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rafey Aleem with Realtors Café on Voice of Toronto, and we are happy that you are back with us. And like we always talk about real estate, and our goal is obviously to provide you as much information as possible about real estate. So maybe you can make some decisions that are that you're well informed of, and that can help you achieve your financial goals and your real estate goals. And while obviously the market, as we all know, is in a relatively slow sort of a period, I do encourage for the people that are looking to invest, those people, this is a very, very good opportunity that you can get into the market and you can put your funds away, maybe in a pre-construction project that has a longer closing of 3, 4, even sometimes 5 years, which can help you park your money in one place. And because the market is fairly slow, even the builders are giving really good incentives. So you can park it away, take care of those incentives, और उसको आप ग्रो करने दे सकते हैं अपने पैसों को, राइट? आप उसको आराम से रखें 2-3 साल उस प्रॉपर्टी के अंदर, and hopefully once the market does tend to get a bit better, then you can see if you want to go ahead and sell off that property. And investing में, we have a lot of clients that go ahead and they invest with us, and our primary goal obviously is to make sure कि उनको high strong ROI हम लेके दें, को return on investment आपकी अच्छी हो, and which helps you obviously plan out your future goals and your financial decisions in life as well. Because the main thing is, as you're planning your next steps forward, आपको कोई ना कोई vehicle होता है जिसमें अपने पैसे आपको डालने चाहिए. And as we know that अगर आपके बैंक में पैसे पड़े रहते हैं, तो because of inflation eventually आपके पैसे की जो value है वो depreciate होती रहती है. तो you should put it into a vehicle जिसमें जो कहते हैं आपको अच्छी appreciation मिले, and you have to pick and choose the right time to get into the market. तो क्योंकि हमें पता है real estate की market relatively lower है अभी, और उसकी वजह से काफ़ी सारी अच्छी opportunities market में हैं, और जो कि invest करना चाहता है, obviously obviously in 2021, 2022, investing in GTA was very hard. Lack of inventory available, उस वजह से कुछ लोग नहीं कर सके GTA में, and then they had to go maybe outside, or वो कर ही नहीं पाए, and they just got cut out or left out of the market. तो उसकी वजह से जो कहते हैं आपके पास ये एक अच्छी opportunity है, if you have some savings on the side, to go ahead and put your money into something that will become or come to fruition eventually as the market picks up. So investing is always a good idea, but you always have to make sure when you're investing, what kind of product that you're investing in, what kind of financial capacity do you have, in terms of timeline, when is it going to come up? Let's say if you're booking a pre-construction project, is it coming up in 3 or 4 years? And where do you see, how do you foresee your life in that period of time? maybe you have kids that are maybe like eventually going to go to a university, and you want them to have a place which is near the university. So maybe you can book something ahead of time where you can book it, and eventually once they are ready to move in, then you've got the closing for that property, and it makes it a little bit easier for your son or daughter to also live in that property, but also from an investing point of view as well. And you can go ahead and make a decent amount of return on investment because you are get into the market at a good time. Right now we're helping one family which is doing the same thing, where parents are looking for their two sons that are looking to they're both going to university, and one lives in downtown Toronto, and the other one lives at home, but he's commuting to school in Toronto. So in that regards, they're thinking, hey, why not go ahead and buy a condo? And they're looking to buy in a resale market. So in a month or two, there's both their sons can actually go ahead and live in that condo space because the older son, he's looking looking for work close in the downtown area, and then the younger one is studying, and he's studying at at one of the universities in Toronto, which makes it a really good sort of opportunity for the kids to live together and have their own space, so you don't have any issues with landlord tenant or anything like that. Or once they move in, it's more of a permanent solution than just renting, because at the end of the day they can live there for however long as possible. And at the same time, like let's say if they are to move out eventually out of that property, because the prices are so good, their cash flow is really, really good, even if they are to rent out that property in the near future. And even though we have heard obviously that the rental market is relatively slower for condos in Toronto, there are some good pockets, good buildings, and also the type of property that you buy. So a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit, for the most part, it stays in good demand, and maybe your rent would fluctuate every now and then, but it tends to be a good investment to rent out. And eventually when you go to sell it as well, it tends to be a lucrative, or it tends to be something in demand that a lot of other people want. So obviously if you're getting it at the low sort of a price point, though, that's definitely going to help you out in the future when the market does eventually go back up. You can make some really good ROI on that. So for any sort of those kind of opportunities, feel free to reach us by cell phone or by our direct line. You can call us at 647-835-7768, and we'd be more than happy to guide you and make you a plan as to how you can go ahead and execute this thing for yourself. So last topic that we want to talk about today is the interest rates. Obviously, at the end of July, we have another rate announcement coming up, and let's see where it goes. Right? There are speculation that Bank of Canada may not drop anything, and everything may remain status quo. Or there are some banks that are predicting that eventually the rate has to drop, even though there have been thousands of jobs that have added to the market, to the economy. But with that being said, the housing market is not obviously producing as much as it usually does in the summer months, and especially in the summer months, because market tends to be fairly good in the summer months. So for that reason, there may be a rate cut coming up, and it could be potentially a quarter basis point. So let us know what you think, obviously, if you think the rate cut is going to be here or not. And do also get in touch with us via our Facebook page, or by calling us to let us know on what you think that eventually what the market's going to be like in the fall time. That's all we had for you guys today. I hope you liked our show. Like we always say, if you have any feedback, if you have any real estate stories that you would like to share with us, we'd be more than happy to learn your experience and journey, and either maybe help you out in your journey, or potentially, obviously, make it so that we talk about that journey, or lessons learned on our show that can really help people in our community, so they don't make these kind of mistakes, and they learn for what kind of situation that we are in and where we potentially may be going. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys sticking around till the end, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. I'll see you guys next week. This is Rafey Aleem at Realtors Café signing off.